Finally, sueldo is in. Add to cart, add to cart, add this to my cart. I deserve this. I worked my butt off this month, but wait, this is probably too much, right? Why do I need to constantly justify my purchases? If I want it, I will get it. So it means I don't really need it. Ugh, brain, shut up. I'm trying to enjoy my life here, even if everything is so chaotic right now in my life. This is probably why I'm shopping so much, to compensate for my loneliness and emptiness inside.
What's up guys, it's Nick, and I don't know about you guys, but I certainly encountered similar scenarios just like that one, especially every single time I make a purchase. So that is why I decided, like, why not make a video talking about like 5 simple questions that you can ask yourself before you buy anything, so you don't end up wasting your money or having regrets. Question number 1 is, can you afford it with ease? So emphasis on ease, because sometimes we convince ourselves that we can afford it if we withdraw everything in our bank account, or like if we max out our credit card. The thing is, can you afford it without feeling uncomfortable or knowing that, you know, chill ka lang, like you can spend it, you can swipe it, you can check out without thinking like, will I be able to pay my bills at the end of the month? Will I be able to pay my credit card in full after doing this? I think before you check out or book anything, it's important that you know yourself that you don't need to borrow money from anyone to make it happen, or hindi mo kailangan pumikit when you swipe or check out. You're like, just do it for me, just swipe it for me. I don't want to look like that. Is a telltale sign that you're probably not comfortable making that purchase. I remember back in college where I really just wanted to buy these Sperry shoes for the life of me. And of course, as a college student, like, of course I didn't have a salary yet, so I remember like I need to use up all of my savings just to buy these 5,000 worth of shoes. It took me a lot of back and forth to realize like it's not worth spending all of the hard-earned savings that I did even back in college. And I think I always go back to that every time, that now that I'm an adult and I do have a salary that, you know, I can afford more things now, but same principle still applies, that I don't want to max out all my savings, or ayokong kumayod ako ng sobrang hirap na hirap ako at the end of the month because I just wanted to buy this thing or I wanted to book this thing. It's important for you to check on yourself, like, am I really okay with this? Am I comfortable? Am I at ease? Will I be able to sleep well tonight if I push through with this purchase? Question number 2 is, if it wasn't on sale, will you still buy it? I mean, as consumers, we are naturally drawn to a sale, right? Like something that you feel like you are going to save a lot of money if you just buy this on sale. But you know what's gonna save you a lot more money is if you actually don't buy it because you don't need it. Yeah, there's a difference between like you've been planning to buy this thing for the longest time and then you saw it on sale and you're like, yeah, I can finally splurge on it because it's something that has always been in my wish list and I wanted to treat myself, and that's fine. There's also a difference between like you just saw this item on sale. It was never in your brain, never in your mind to purchase it, but when you saw it on sale, you're like, yeah, let me buy like 10 of that. If you didn't see it on sale, would you have pushed through with checkout? Because sometimes we get caught up with like all the savings and promotions, and the thing is like they're endless. Like they're always going to be a sale, but it's up to you if you actually need it. What my strategy usually is, I come up with a list of items that I've really reflected on that is like part of my wish list, so that whenever I'm tempted to buy something, like if you just stick to your list of items that you will eventually buy, and then when you see it on sale, like, yeah, I will just stick to that. I don't end up adding more items that I actually don't need. So that's what I suggest, is to have that already wish list on your phone or something, so that you can easily check on yourself, like especially now that there's like an exclusive offer or deal or something like that. And then if it's not part of your list, then you could be like, okay, bye, thank you, next. Question number 3 is, do you have an existing item that does the exact same thing? Let me just give you an example from my own experience. So I've had my Samsung Buds for the longest time, I think for 2 years or something. There was a point where I became tempted to get AirPods, but I have existing wireless earphones that does the exact same thing. There's just a different design and a different brand logo on it. You don't feel like you need to buy the latest thing or you need to buy the nicest thing when you have an existing item that functions in the same way. You often want things that you don't have. Like, I guess it's human to feel that way. You often look for something that you don't have yet, or something that is so desirable is something that you don't have, right? And you often forget what you already have. It's good to go back to this question, like, am I just buying a duplicate of something? If you do, like, you're basically just gonna waste your money buying another thing just because of a little upgrade or just because of a little advantage, but the price tag is not little. It's even bigger and more expensive, which could still take a toll on your savings, right? Question number 4 is, try this. If you just stop looking at your feed or shopping sites for 2 days, do you think you'll still want it so badly? The thing is about the internet, as we know, is that it's like a black hole. Like, the moment you get into your feed or the moment you get into the endless scrolling of products or like researching about specific products that you want so bad, it's like everything that you see is like pointing to the direction that you want this. You need this. I remember I saw this ad when I was contemplating about if I need to buy an iPad, and then I saw this ad where it's a tablet but feels like paper. All of the benefits, everything was like telling me that it's super worth it, I need it, but the price tag is so high. I was so close to like convincing myself. And the thing is, when you are stuck on your phone researching about the same thing, researching about the product that you so badly are convincing yourself that you need it, you will find all the reasons why you need it so bad. Distance yourself from the black hole, right? Like, who says you can only social distance from people? You can actually distance yourself from your phone. Just focus on doing something else. When we're constantly researching about it on our phones or looking at people who have the same thing, of course you're going to want it. If you just take a step back, distance yourself from all of this media, right, then you can make a practical and conscious decision. Just try it, because certainly it has worked for me every single time, and I just really end up making a firm decision on what I need to do next. Okay, 5th question is something that I need to like be harsh about, but it's gonna help you, okay? Certainly help me out. And that is, are you choosing temporary bliss versus a long-term investment? We're often faced with the impulse that if I buy this, I'll be happy. If I buy this, I'll be content. If I buy this, I'll feel enough. If I buy this, I won't feel empty anymore. I'm here to tell you that no matter what you buy, you will never get your happiness or contentment from it. Only you can decide when to feel happy and content. It comes within you, not from external things that you buy. Of course, if you get something in a box that's delivered to you, like, there's just this adrenaline, right? Like, there's just like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to open it. So there is that temporary bliss and excitement. We forget sometimes, like, we have long-term investments that we can actually put our money on. Say, for example, I was able to buy my own MacBook because I've been wanting to start this business, and I decided to really save up for it in a way that I really needed to reduce or completely stop with all of my purchases on like the small material things that really pile up. I realized really motivated to be like, okay, because I really want to buy this laptop for an investment for my own business that I want to start, that I will be reminded that I don't need to be tempted to buy all of these impulse buys that would usually happen, right? When you're just like constantly looking at like what's new, what's up, what's trending, right? We need to look at what is the long-term investment that you think will help you, like whether it's your personal growth, whether it's your goals, whether it's like your career or something like that. That's also a question that you can ask yourself, is like, are you just blinded by all these temporary moments of happiness from buying these material things? Or are you really looking at, okay, this might be a lot of money, this might be a huge investment, and it's a lot of money for my savings, but I know that it's gonna benefit me in the long term, in my personal growth or in my hobbies, like experiences that really bring me happiness. I really hope I put that message across well, and it makes you think about looking at things, not just what you have now, but where you want to be a year's time in the future, and only then will you be able to make smarter decisions when it comes to your purchases. And that is why you shouldn't forget to download that monthly expense tracker if you haven't done it yet. Because I realized like you cannot change what you cannot measure. Having this Excel sheet just lays down all the numbers for you and makes you realize like where you need to spend less, or maybe you can actually splurge this month, right? Take advantage of that you can easily download through the link below. Also, if you want to know how I stay utang free, I actually have this video where I talk about how I budget my expenses through my credit card, and spoiler, it was life-changing. So I will see you there.